Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning with Jesus. I'm one of your hostesses, Barbara Grace Reynolds, and I will be here alone today because DC Love had an appointment, but I will do the very best that I can to bring you the messages that Jesus wants you to hear today, the messages that will help you have that glorious day that you are entitled to. So I guess I will start with introduction of me. I am a freedom and empowerment life coach, and I use a modality called infinity healing to help people release those old beliefs that they no longer need to hang on to so that they can move forward in their lives. And as part of my journey, I also became a conscious channel, which means that I allow divine beings who have things to say to flow through me so that you can hear their words, so that you can feel their energy, so that you are loved. If you want to learn more about me or about DC, go to my website at divinelyguidedhealing.com and click on Morning Jesus. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, there's Learn More buttons for both of us. We do as a gift to you, as a way of showing you love that is there for you. So often that we see and hear have to do with all of the negativity, the terror, the chaos in the world. And so DC and I were guided to begin with this show so that you would have a place that you could tap into at least twice a week and get energy that's actually uplifting, energy that can help you to embrace your life, make the changes that you want to make. So if you ever have a question for this show, you can email us at the number one, Morning with Jesus, there's no spaces, at gmail.com. And we will be more than happy to answer the questions on the show. Okay. So this is normally the point where DC will give her message. So I will simply check in with Jesus and see what it is that he wants to say to you today. Beloved ones, every day is a new beginning. We say that because some of you honestly believe that you can't begin something unless it's a particular day. We know that in so many societies, New Year's is the day to begin something new. But every day is a new beginning. You have to wait till Monday because that's the beginning of the work week. You don't have to wait till any particular day or any particular moment. If there is something that you want to change in your life, do it now. Now is the only time there is. And now is eternal. You are always in now. We find that a lot of you have a hard time understanding this concept because you have been raised to believe that the past is so important. You need to go back to the past. You need to analyze the past. You need to dissect the past. You need to understand the past. How are you supposed to learn your lessons if you don't do all this stuff with the past? Well, if you really want to learn the lessons that you've been shown in your life, ask me to help you. Ask to make it clear to you. You will find that most of the things you hang on to from the past don't have anything for you. Most of it is about something wrong with you. And there's nothing wrong with you. How can it be? You have come into this life to explore. You're an explorer, which means you get to look at everything. You get to try it. You get to try. You get to make your decisions, your discernment about what it is you want to have in your life. So what can be wrong? In order to understand, you have to actually try different things. And some of you try things that are much wilder and much more inventive and creative than other people. And some things you try, you find that they just don't work with you. It's not that there's anything wrong. It's just an understanding of what fits, aligns with your energy. So when you release the whole idea that there is or ever could be anything that you've ever done that was wrong, doesn't that give you freedom? It gives you the freedom to live your life, to explore, to experience, and to let go. Because you don't need to hold on to the past. It's not going anywhere. It's not changing. It's just there. So you don't need to go back and live there again. You also don't need to be afraid of the future. And you've been taught that once you've made those horrible, horrible mistakes from the past, and I'm not sure why they always have to be horrible, but apparently they do. That means that you have to be afraid of the future. Because if you make the same mistakes, oh my goodness, what does that say about you? And we laugh because we love you. And we want you to understand that these are all conditions and limitations that you have placed on yourselves. We don't look at you and see a mistake. We don't look at you and see something wrong. We don't look at you and see sin. We don't see any of that. We see the beautiful light that you are. We see that you are here to explore, to learn, to evolve. And that as you are doing that, you are making decisions about what it is that fits with who you are being in this lifetime and what it is that doesn't fit. And you're learning to let go of what does not fit. And it is that simple. So on this beautiful day, on this beautiful new beginning, in this moment of now, what is it that you want to experience? What is it that you want to create? What is it that you want to let go of? What is it that you want to look forward to? This is your life. This is your creation. This is your gift. And there are no strings attached. You have the complete freedom to experience whatever you choose to experience. And we know that for some of you, that brings up a lot of fear and worries and doubts, because that means that everybody else has that freedom. And what if those people all decide to go out there and get guns and shoot everyone that they see? And we say to you that your physical bodies are not you. You are eternal. You cannot die. And yes, we know that when people do go out and do those acts that kill many, create much chaos, much turmoil, that it worries you, that you wonder, why is God allowing this? And the answer is simple. Because you are given the freedom to choose. And if God is always taking over, then you don't have that freedom. And besides, God knows that you are eternal beings, that your physical bodies are not you. They're simply what you've chosen to exist in this lifetime. So you can't actually be killed, just like I couldn't. You are eternal, just like me. You are one with God, just like me. You are capable of creating miracles, just like me. So allow yourself to embrace that truth about you and to start creating the life that you love right now in this moment. There is nothing to fear, ever. Be the love that you are. We love you. Okay. Well, that was an interesting message. So take a couple of nice deep breaths and allow yourself to process what you've heard and feel the energy connected with it. Because every one of the messages from Jesus has the beautiful energy of Jesus. And some of you feel that, and that's wonderful. And some people don't feel this, and that's wonderful. And some people question me. I say that everything is wonderful. But it is. Because everything is an opportunity for us to explore. Because that's what we're here for. I do a course called Living a Passion. I'm absolutely laughing. But at the last, I'm saying that everything that's ever happened in your life, or in any of your lives, if you believe in reincarnation, has been a blessing. And that brought up some negative feelings in some of the people in that course, because they were looking at things that have happened and seeing what was wrong. But remember, there is no wrong. There is no right. Things just are. What happens if you do start looking at your life as an incredible series of blessings? Even the things at the moment you thought were horrible. Eventually, when you look back on them, you see that they really weren't that bad. That it really was just one of your steps in becoming who you are. And if you are loving, you are, then everything that happened, because it was a part of your becoming, a part of your opening to who you are. And it takes a lot of pressure off yourself when you start to the good things in life, the goodness in your choices, even the choices that other people told you were so horrible. How could you be so stupid? You know, all those wonderful that you've been told about you, about your life, about your choices. So it's just food for thought, you. And in every moment you are creating. Even if you are not consciously doing it, you are still creating, because your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, your imagination, it's all about creating. So I am supposed to end this with giving you the lyrics, the revised lyrics. Okay, these are the lyrics that I wrote to the song Amazing Grace. And this is the rendition of Amazing Grace that has that My Chains Are Gone part. I love the song Amazing Grace. But the more the truth of me, the more I didn't like those words that had me being less, that had me being this wretched soul, needed to be saved and all of that. And so I decided to rewrite the words. And I'm going to share with you now. Amazing grace, it calls to me. It opens up my soul. This grace, it reconnects my heart and allows me to truly feel. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to heal and grace my faith released. How precious is this grace to me and how I choose to live. My chains are gone. I am set free. I've released those beliefs that shackled me. And now my choices all are clear. And I create the life that I choose to live. God's grace has been so good to me. Now I feel secure. I know that love will dwell in me as long as life endures. For those past beliefs that were taught to me, I release with gratitude, for they help to make me who I am, and all of that is good. Thank you, everyone, for listening, for being a part of this energy, this journey, for helping me to understand my part, to accept that, yes, my life is meant to be amazing, and so is yours. If you have any questions, send us an email, and we will be back on Tuesday. We send all of you so much love, so much light. And I want you to take a moment and imagine yourself being surrounded by this beautiful column of pure white light with speckles of color like glitter. And have this light pouring down and through you and filling you with the strength of God, so that you are replenished, revived, renewed, and you can step into your life fully and explore like a child, knowing that everything is absolutely fine. And just breathe in this light. And you can stay in this light for as long as you need. In fact, it's always be there. It is your choice. And you do deserve it. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.